Hey you guys, thank you so much for being here. If you watched my last video, you know I'm working on a bit of a handmade capsule wardrobe. And right now I'm pre-washing my fabric and getting ready to sew some pants to add to my collection. Please ignore the other laundry I need to do because I have more important laundry to do right now. I'm starting out as usual with printing, cutting, and taping my pattern pieces. And I'm doing this on just a quiet evening before I plan to sew, just to get it out of the way. The next day I had a few hours in the afternoon, so I made myself a hot cup of coffee and was ready to go. Welcome back to my sewing series. I'm so excited that you guys like it, and I've got a lot of patterns that I want to make, so let's get to it. I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your comments. I learned a lot actually. One of the things I'm trying differently this time is I'm gonna cut on my table here. It's not quite big enough, but I'm feeling good about it. It's a really good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. That's the part that was hurting my back the most for sure. And then another tip I got was to change the blade on this to the left side. The left side, yes, because I am a lefty. And all of my cutting things are not made for lefties. And I don't think I quite realized that. Anyways, I need to fiddle with this and switch this. So I'm gonna try those two things. I need to get a larger cutting mat. That's another obstacle I have when I'm making clothing is I get to the end of the cutting mat and then I have to shift it around, and I don't want to mess up the fabric when I'm shifting the cutting mat. So that's another thing I should probably go ahead and upgrade. My cutting mat is actually broken anyways. So I'll work on that. In the meantime, I'm working on some outfits. So for a while I've been wanting to make a pair of pants that I would kind of more casual, that I would be able to wear, kind of dress up or dress down and wear every day. So I found the Pomona Pants pattern, and a lot of people have made it, and it has pretty, well, great reviews, and also what I've seen of it I really like. I'm making the tapered version, and I'm excited to try that. I probably should make a muslin, like a test pair, but I'm not gonna do that because I just don't have that much time. Hopefully this works out. If you have more time than me, please make a muslin and make sure that it fits you. And the way you can do that is just if you have a cheaper fabric that you don't care about quite as much, make the pattern, make sure you like how it fits, and then when you cut into your good fabric, you're not ruining it. So the fabric that I am using is this bull cotton denim, I believe it's called. So it's kind of like a denim material. I'm starting with a cream pair, and then I'm gonna make another pair that's like more brown. And there's a blouse that I wanna make with it. So in my head, I had the idea of this outfit all together. It's the Roscoe blouse. I can't remember who makes it. I'll have to look that up. With a hack where I add buttons in the middle. And then the Pomona Pants. So that's one outfit. All right, so this is the linen. It's gorgeous. You can see exactly what it's called. Old Rose Signature Finish Linen by thefabricstore.com. This is the other denim that I got. I love this color. So yeah, this would be, I think, a great everyday basic. Fixed it. Cutting out this pattern was refreshingly easy on a tabletop. Who would have guessed? So now I am marking the dots by poking a little hole in the pattern and then marking it with a fabric marker, and this will tell me where to attach my pockets. For the other leg, I have to take the pattern piece and flip it upside down and then cut out the other side. This was the pocket, and this all happened pretty quickly, which was a nice, refreshing surprise. Okay, now what? I guess I should probably read these instructions first. So, let's do that. Before you begin sewing, sew a test muslin. I'm so excited to be sewing so much again. When I first learned how to sew, it was so invigorating. I loved it. It brought me life, and it was so exciting. And then I had to sort of put the sewing machine to the side because I was focusing on building my photography business. And for many years, that pretty much consumed all of my time. And at a certain point, I got pretty burnt out, and I realized that as I was building my business, I had stopped doing pretty much all the other things that brought me life. And so I determined to rest more, to include sewing in my life. I started gardening. I started making homemade bread again. These are all the things that brought me joy when I was staying home with my babies before I started working a lot. And now I am still working a lot, but I'm making it a point to also include these things in my life because I just don't want to look back on my life and see that I didn't do any of the things that I wanted to do. Look how good that looks. I've never made a jean pocket before. I tried making pants once, but it didn't go well. It went so bad that I ended up changing it into a skirt. But so far, the instructions, they seem super easy. With right sides together, match center fronts, pin in place. Oh, that's so easy. Okay. I'm really enjoying this. Denim is very easy to work with. Everything is lining up perfect. Even all my notches ended up like right next to each other, lined up perfectly. I wonder with jeans if the stitch length is supposed to be a little bit longer, because I should check my jeans. Like, let me know if you happen to know anything about that. I'm just gonna go with the usual. So some other projects I'm hoping to do soon is I want to sew a button-up shirt for my 4-year-old son. He's growing out of everything and he's really big for his age. So I thought I should probably learn how to sew a basic button-up shirt and make a few of those for him. It would be fun to actually make their clothes instead of just buying them. I'm really not a fan of fast fashion and just like the mass-produced kids clothing. For these pants, you have to sew each seam a couple of times. So after you sew the first seam, you then sew the seam allowance down and then you flip it over and then you top stitch as well. This is my obligatory try on when I'm halfway through the project. And at this point, I'm getting really excited because I'm seeing it come together and it's looking really good. I love this fabric. And also the weather this afternoon was so cozy. A thunderstorm was rolling in and it just really set the mood for my sewing time. Okay, so the hardest part of this pattern was finishing the leg seams on the inside. So at this point the pants are already sewed together and you're supposed to top stitch basically down the inner leg, if that makes sense. And when I first read the instructions on the pattern, I thought, no way, that's not even possible. But then she does have a video that kind of shows how you do it, and so I followed that step by step, and it is possible. It's a little tricky as you get near the end, but you just have to make sure that your fabric is not bunching up or getting underneath the sewing line, because you obviously don't want to stitch the legs together or anything like that. You're just finishing the seam. So hopefully that makes sense, and by seeing it visually, I think that that really helps. The video that she posted really helped me. So yeah, here's another visual for you if you end up making these pants. I was so close to being done after 2 afternoons, and I just wanted to get to the end so that I could wear it. So that evening after the dinner rush and getting our kids to bed, I decided to do a little more. I worked on the elastic waist. This is pretty easy. You just add a safety pin to each end of the elastic and then feed it through the hole. And now another obligatory try on just to see how I feel about it. I still have to hem the bottom. But yeah, I was trying to, see how it looks, figure out if I like it. I think I do at this point, but whenever you make your own homemade clothing, there's always a little bit of doubt on whether your creation is cute or just weird. But no, I'm loving the direction that this is going so far. All right, let's finish this thing. My kids are playing some sort of interesting game with little knights and a little toy castle. So if you hear any battles going on, that's what's going on. All right, so I just tried it on and my husband saw them and was like, whoa, those are awesome. I love those. And I was like, oh, you like them? I was like, okay, good, I made these. And he was like, wait, what, you made them? So like, he's doing his thing and I'm doing my thing and he doesn't really know what I'm even making. So it's fun to be able to like surprise him. But the good news is his raw reaction was that he really liked them and that they looked very expensive. And they're not expensive. All right, let's see what you guys think. Here they are. They're nice and loose, flowy. We got one little pocket here. Casual, but also kind of nice. Wearing my handmade Phoebe tank from the fabric store. And then these are the Pomona Pants from Anna Allen Clothing. There you have it. As soon as I finished making these, I went on a cute little girls' outing with my daughters, and it was fun to wear a fresh new outfit. I rolled up the cuffs, and I love these. I feel like they will go with anything, and I'm excited to make the top that I had planned to go with it.